courage definitely is everything, especially in the times that we're in right now. Well, it's the conversation on Tier West Television Network. Welcome to the show once again today, and as always on the show we get to bring you informative and very engaging content discussing topical issue that the country is faced with today. My name is Adesu. I'll see you.
And my name is Merciful Ajinimo. Thank you so much for staying tuned to the conversation. How are you doing, Adesu?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
Good, thank you.
All right, so we move straight into stories from across Africa, starting with Ethiopia. So Meta, the parent company of Facebook, has removed a post by Ethiopian Prime Minister Ahmed Abiy dated Sunday that called for Ethiopians to bury the Tigray People's Liberation Front.
And moving on to the next story, just in Nigeria here. Niger State Police Command has confirmed that 4 women were abducted by gunmen at Haske Dabara community, Agwengwari, Kwamba of Suleja local government area of the state.
Tired of hearing these abduction stories every day. Moving away from that to still in Nigeria, where the Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board, that's JAM, in a statement revealed that it has remitted the sum of 3.51 billion naira to the National Treasury as part of its 2021 operating surplus. And that's it for stories, development across Africa, and I'm going to bring you COVID-19 updates from across Africa right about now. You do know that I'm going to tell you that COVID is real, it's still ravaging, it's still as deadly. Europe is having it really bad right now, so you should ensure that you're protected, and so the next person, is also protected as well. COVID-19 update from across Africa, and after that, we'll be delving straight into the big story.
You're still watching the conversation showing on your digital first Pan-African news network. Be a part of our social media community. Follow us across all our social media platforms. That is at TOS TV Network on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. And of course, stay updated on happenings in Nigeria and of course across Africa by joining us on our website www.tostvnetwork.com to live stream all of our content. And don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube page as well. It's the big story, the crux of the conversation, and this time we talk about Anambra poll, implications of IPOB's influence. Joining us via telephone this time is Felix Benga Adetowubo. He's a public affairs analyst. You're welcome to the show, sir.
Yeah, good morning. Thanks for having me.
All right, thank you. Pleasure. What is your reaction to the recent news that the indigenous people of Biafra, that's IPOB, have called off the 1-week sit-at-home order just 2 days to the Anambra gubernatorial election?
Thank you. I think it's a good news to hear that IPOB had called off the initial threat, and that's a threat to boycott the election, to make the people boycott the election. Personally, I feel that's a good development, especially for the leaders, the concerned leaders in that region and that particular state to have come together to meet with the leadership of IPOB to see how to come on common ground to make sure that things work out well the way it should be. Sincerely, what I feel is that the threat in the first place had already caused the mindset for voter apathy. And yesterday, if you followed the news, 2 days ago, some people are even leaving the state just because of the fear that had already been in them, since all this issue of a sit-at-home started. And it's a big thing that we need to worry about, because we are not really sure if people should really come out the way they should come out, which is not really good for democracy. So voter apathy is one thing that I'm hoping that I'm thinking that we are going to see, not hoping, I'm just thinking that we are going to see, but with the call off of the the sit at home, I think we should see something that is much more better than what some of us are expecting.
So now there is a call, they have called off the sit-at-home order, and just a few days ago there was an attack between the security operatives and the IPOB and ESN members. Do you still think, even after they have called the sit-at-home order off, do you still think there will be some sort of influence on the Anambra election tomorrow?
Yes, I think if I can get to if because the network is not that good. I don't know if you can just repeat the last part of your statement, please.
Okay, so I'm saying now they have called off the sit-at-home order. Do you think they'll still have some sort of influence on the election, seeing that just a few days ago there was some sort of a fierce battle?
I think it will still have influence, but now the tension of the people is now being doused. And let me tell you something: boycotting of elections or abstention is not. It doesn't really work. Now, IPOB is asking for one or two things they've been prescribed, and being a prescribed body, there is a particular thing that they are also asking for. And if you look at what they are asking for, it's about referendum. They are asking for referendum. How will you be able to conduct a referendum when you are not part of the system? These are the things that we need to think about. If you talk of boycott does not work all over the world. In 2005, it happened in Iran. The Shiites and the Sunnis. Later, the Sunnis discovered that they missed out after having 5 seats in the parliament against over 200 seats. So if we check all over the world, this has not been working, and I think all you can do if you are aggrieved is to threaten. But that threat should not stop you from participating. Are you getting my point? So there are many things that should make us go on boycott, but we cannot continue to progress in error. Are you getting my point? So how do you win? In the first place, how do you win if you don't participate? You have to participate. You don't have to deprive other people from showing being a part of the governance of the society. So if it will deprive you of your fair share, because if you're asking for something and you are still coming against the process that will make you achieve it, it will deprive you of your own fair share, in decision-making process. So they've gotten it wrong in the first place, even though some of us, the prescription of IPOB, so some of us still have our own personal thoughts about it. All the same, as long as they be prescribed, they just have to respect that and allow the process of governance to go on. And again, if you remember, the people too will suffer. In fact, they've been suffering. Look at market women, their source of livelihood, going to the market, selling their goods and the rest, are being, tampered with. Are you the ones to feed them? So I think these are the things they must have told them, and they too reasoning alongside the leadership of that region, and probably that's the reason why they came up with this. I feel that every citizen should be allowed, no matter who, they should be allowed to be a part of the governance process, which election is a part of.
All right. Thank you so much, Felix, for staying on the show this time.
You're welcome.
And thank you so much to our viewers. Be sure to stay updated on happenings, of course, in Anambra State and how the election unfolds. Just follow us across all our social media platforms. And, stay on our website, because we will give you as it's happening live on our website, www.tostvnetwork.com. Of course, I remain Merciful Ajinamo.
And I am Ade Sewell. So thank you so much. Please remember to stay safe, and then we'll be back here on Monday.